So this is part 3. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying not to make each video so long, you know. I'm trying to do like my Vlad TV, you know how he be breaking up he be breaking up interviews, 5-minute clips, and the fucking shit be like 100 clips. I'm trying to get down like that. But so anyway, so we at the payphone calling them like, hey, I need to get my stuff. I need to get my stuff. And he's like looking through the blind. You know, I told you he was a crackhead, looking through the blinds like, I'm not home. I'm not home. Little does he know we downstairs looking up at the motherfucker. We can see he's fucking with the blinds and shit, looking out. So I'm like, hey, bro, if you don't give me my shit, I'm gonna come up in there and I'm gonna fuck you up. So he's like, I'm not home. I'm not home. So, you know what I'm saying? I get mad. I go upstairs. I'm like pushing the door. Boom, boom, boom. Hitting the door. Boom, boom. And all the time I'm hitting the door, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of cracking. And I'm banging. Boom, 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 boom. Hitting the door and it's. So by this time, it's like almost open. Next thing I know, I turn around and a cop is right there. Some blonde cop. She's staring like, what's going on? So I'm like, I was standing with this dude and I'm just trying to get my stuff from him and he's not answering. So she's like, what's your stuff? I said, a Nintendo that I rented. My mom actually rented it. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, really? She's like, all right, hold on, let me help you. Boom, 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 boom. She's knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Knocking on the door. Police, open the door. Boom, 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 boom. I know he's in there. I'm like, I know he's in there because I heard him. Boom, 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 boom. She's knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Knocking on the door. And the door's like cracked open. So I start pushing it. And then when she sees the door's about to open, she's like, hey, no. She's like, we can't do that. She's like, if he don't answer the door, there's nothing I can do. She's like, matter of fact, I got to remove myself from the situation. She's like, what's your name? Whoop-de-whoop, took my name and shit, took everything. It's just, I'm like, all right, it's over. You know what I'm saying? She got in the car, drove off. I end up getting mad. Boom, kick the door the rest of the way down, go in there. He's hiding under some clothes in the closet. And he had other stuff that I could have took. I didn't take nothing. I just took my Nintendo back and returned it to Blockbuster. This is how old that was. Returned it back to Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? Then I went back over to my other spot on Murray. I was serving for like 2 weeks. Having to call my mom, and my mom's like, yeah, the police are looking for you. I'm like, for what? She's like, 2nd-degree burglary. I'm like, 2nd-degree burglary? I'm like, oh, whatever. I ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, got caught up. Police ended up arresting me. You know what I'm saying? And when they was arresting me, like, he grabbing my arms, trying to act like I'm resisting arrest, even though I wasn't even resisting arrest. Like, he's grabbing my arms, like, stop moving, stop pulling, stop resisting, like grabbing. I'm like, I'm not even moving. I really wasn't even moving. Then he just threw me to the ground. When he threw me to the ground, I got mad, jumped back up, you know what I'm saying? Pushed him, grabbed him in the headlock, dropped him on the ground. His buddy came, sprayed me with some mace. I dropped him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't playing, you know what I mean? Like, and mind you, I was already on probation. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped him, you know what I'm saying? I dropped like 3 cops, you know, they sprayed me with some mace and shit. Finally arrested me, took me to the county jail, and this is my first time being in the county. I'm literally like, this was like March 17th, I think. My 18th birthday was March 4th. So I had just turned 18, like a week earlier, 2 weeks earlier. You know what I'm saying? They took me to the county. I had no bond because I was on a probation hold, you know? So at that point, I'm in a jail called CJC. You know, I'm like, man, this ain't shit. You know, CJC looked like a school almost. Got doors and windows, no bars. It's like a camp, you know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling, doing what I gotta do. Some dude come up to me, like, trying to test me, like, yeah, I forget what he was saying to me. But anyway, I jumped up, you know what I'm saying? He like, let's go in the room, let's go in the room. So I had this homeboy named Turtle Loke that was in there. Turtle Loke was in there for shooting his girl, and he shot his girl. He had a stuttering problem. He'd be like, So I guess his girl was making fun of him one time, so he blasted her in the neck and paralyzed her and shit. So I was in there with him, and when this is my first time up in there, so you know what I'm saying, when dude was like, let's go in the room then. I'm like, all right. So I was about to go in there with my sandals, and Turtle Love was like, come here, bro, come here. Like, I walked over to Turtle. He's like, man, here, you can have my shoes. I'm like, yo, shoes, all right. Boom, put his little orange shoes on, went in the room and yak, yoked old boy up. Yak. So since I yoked old boy up, the people came running in the room and shit and took me to the hole. And I guess at that point, since I had got into that, it made my points go up. So then they was like, the next morning, it was like, Watkins, pack it up. I'm like, am I getting out? They was like, nah, put me on the bus with Turtle Loke and transferred us to this other place called Metro. And Metro is a totally different place than CJC. Totally. Metro is where, you know, all the prisoners that are in prison come back on like reconsideration or like a retrial. So they coming straight from prison back down there. And all the violent offenders go there. You know what I'm saying? So my first day up in there, I go to dorm A3. And A3 is not like one-man cells, two-man cells. It's just like a big day room. And then after that, it's a big bay full of beds, all just lined up. Boom, 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 like 20 beds, 20 bunk beds, boom, boom. So I was in there. And when I went in there, and it's all bars, boom, bars, gates that close and shit. And instead of having a guard that sits there 24/7 at his desk, the guards only walk once an hour and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I get up in there and boom, I got fucking murderer to my left, murderer to my right, murderer everywhere, bro. Everywhere I go, you know what I'm saying? And these niggas is coming back from prison, so they got weed. They smuggling weed and cigarettes, and they up in there gambling and shit. And so I'm up in there, I walk through the door, and who do I see? Quick runs up to me. Hey, what's up, Jamal? What's up? I'm like, what's up, Quick? What you in here for? He like, you will never guess. I'm like, nah, what you in here for? He like, triple attempted homicide, attempted murder ×3, and a murder. And I'm like, damn. Man, he's like, yeah, man. I'm like, damn. How you get all that? He's like, man, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I got it. You know, I'm in here for murder. So I'm like, damn, bruh. Like, damn, you, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say jail is fun, because it's not. It's hell. But it was fun. Because all we did was just stay up, gambling, eating snacks, fighting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was fun, man, you know what I'm saying? But I got to tell this one story real quick, bro. There was this dude, man, I forget his name. This dude, he was in there for a murder. He had shot somebody. He had blew this dude's head off. And this motherfucker was probably like 6'9", like 390, big old buttermilk head, bro. He had a George Foreman head, and he was crazy as hell. So the nurse would come through every morning and be like, man call, and if he took his med, he would line up. If he took his med the whole day, he was straight. He would just walk around like, you could say anything to him. You could be like, hey, bitch, sit down. He would just be like, okay, sit down. You could say anything. But there was days where he would be like, nah, fuck that, I ain't taking my meds. And if he didn't take his meds, that motherfucker was crazy. Trying to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Him and Quick got into it one time and he yoked up Quick and shit. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm dealing with these prisoners and shit. I don't know nothing about, like, you know what I'm saying, prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to like juvenile hall, and you know what I'm saying? This is my first time in the county. So I'm not really knowing like etiquette. So there was this nigga named Twin. Twin was sitting on the table and shit, and we all eating and shit. And Quick was like, hey, you want my cookie? And I'm like, yeah, I want your cookie. So I went and reached over to grab his cookie, but I reached over Twin's food tray, you know what I'm saying, and grabbed a cookie. And he looks at me, he's like, hey, little nigga, don't ever reach over my tray. And I'm like, nigga, like, who the fuck you think you talking to, bro? Like that, he like, bro, I told you, bro, I'm gonna give you a pass. Don't reach over my tray. And I'm like, nigga, I'll fuck you up, nigga. What's up, bro? And he jumps up. I'm like, nigga, I'll fuck you up. What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? And he looks at me. He like, nah, bro, I told you I'm going to give you a pass. We straight. And I'm like, all right, then, we straight. And he like, yeah, we straight. I'm like, all right, bet. And I'm glad he gave me a pass, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, weeks later, I start being cool with him and shit. We used to play Monopoly and shit and spades and poker for soups and shit. And we got cool and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? There's this other, you know, whenever, I'm just being honest, man. Whenever a white boy would come through, bruh, they would fuck him up, you know. But let me get back to the big dude, though, because this is funny, man. Because one time he got sick. I'm going to get back on Twin, too, though. But the big dude got sick one time, and we were overcrowded. So when you overcrowded, after there's no bunks, they put in what's called boats. And boats is like, they call it boats because they look like boats. They look like little canoes that you got to sleep in on the floor. Ain't nobody trying to sleep on no canoe. You know what I'm saying? So he got sick one time, and they moved him out to the medical ward. And then we got new people. We got this white dude come in. Motherfucker was probably like 5'4", like 170, bald head, like hair here, but bald up top. Little white dude, bruh. So he came in, they gave him a boat. He was sleeping on a boat for a couple of days. But he noticed, like, there was a free bunk up there. But it was old boys. It was the big crazy dude that just went to medical. So he's like, there's a big ass bunk right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take this bunk. So we know it's old boy's bunk. So we ain't think old boy was gonna come back though. So he like, yeah, take his bunk, man. Take that bunk. He like, yeah, all right. So he takes all the shit off the bunk and throws it on the boat, and takes his shit off the boat and throws it on the bunk. And he's sleeping there for 4 days and shit. And then all of a sudden you hear, the door click. And guess who comes walking in? It's the big dude, the big crazy dude. So he walks in, he's like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. So he's like, oh, yeah, what's up, man? So he walks back and he notices his bunk is gone. He comes back up and like, who the fuck took my bunk? Who the fuck took my bunk? So the little dude's not saying nothing. So he goes back and throws his shit off the bunk, puts his shit back on there and shit. Comes back up and he's playing cards and shit. I guess the little white dude notices it. So the white dude comes up and he's like, who took my shit off my bunk? So then the big dude says, nah, motherfucker, that was my bunk. I did. You know, and remember I told you guards only walk every hour. So the routine is whenever you want to get your squabble on, whenever you want to catch a fade, you know to let the guard walk. If the guard walks at 1, that means 101, you can get your squabble on for the next 59 minutes and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So the white dude goes, wait till the guard comes. As soon as the guard walks, I'm gonna fuck you up. So we looking like, huh? so we wait for the guard to where everybody's like tripping, like, man, this white dude, we fucking with the crazy dude, like, man, this white dude must know some kung fu or something. He about to fuck you up. We hyping it up and shit. We like, man, he about to smash you, bro. Just wait. He about to get you. So they waiting on the guards to walk. The white dude done pulled up his shirt and shit. He walking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? They both got their shoes on. Because whenever you in jail, whenever you see somebody with their shoes on, not the house slippers, not them Bob Barker house slippers. I'm talking about their shoes. When they got their shoes on, you know it's either wreck time or it's go time. Somebody about to get smashed on. So they both got their shoes on. Next you know, you hear, here come the guard walking through. So the guard's walking through, we like all anticipating. So the guard goes through, and click, gets out. So right there, the little white dude goes, yeah, all right, motherfucker, I'm about to fuck you up, come in the back. So they go in the back and shit. I'm seriously thinking like, this white dude must be, because he's talking so confident. I'm like, this white dude must have some shit. So they go back there. The white dude goes, didn't I tell you I was going to fuck you up? Throws a punch. It goes. He throws another punch with the other hand. It goes. The big crazy dude just goes. Boom, grabs him by the neck, picks him up, spins him around, and just drops him on his head. Boom, on the concrete. Picks him up. Boom, drops him on his head. Blood starts coming out his ears. Dude just laying on the ground like knocked out. Like, we just like, damn, we all go back up to the day room and shit. So we up in the day room chilling and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's this button that you can push. We call it the bitch button. If you push that button, the guards will come in. So everybody's like, don't push that button. Don't push that. Motherfuckers like, don't push that button. Don't push that button. So we thinking he gonna get up. So we go in the back. By this time, you know, the clock's ticking. The guards are about to come back by. So we like, fuck. We gotta get him. What we gonna do? And I'm like, bro, I ain't doing shit, bro. So old boy's like starting to trip, like, bro, we gotta wake him up. So they going back there slapping him, trying to wake him up and shit. He won't wake up. So finally old boy trips out, picks him up, puts him in his bunk, covers the sheet with him. We go back up. The guard walks, boom, he don't even notice it. He thinks he's sleeping. So we up in the day room again, chilling. Whole another hour goes by. Next thing you know, guard walks again. All of a sudden, you hear the alarm. Man, lock down, welfare check. Like, lock it down. We go in the back and shit. We notice blood done seep through the whole sheet. So they pull us out, asking us questions and shit. Medic comes through, takes him. I guess they got to take him to the hospital because boy's fucked up. They wonder what's going on. And they do what's called a welfare check. They make you put your knuckles up to the bar. So they can see like if your knuckles are scarred, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's knuckles was scarred, you know what I'm saying? So they got to him and he's like, what happened? What happened? Asking everybody. So he just says it like, yo, boy took my bunk, so I fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? So they grab him, take him out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time I seen him. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, fast forward, another dude comes in and this dude's yoked up. And remember I was telling you about the dude Twin? Him and Twin get into it. And Twin, like, man, yokes this dude up, bro. I mean, puts on like a 10-piece combo in like 2 seconds flat, bro. Yank, 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 yank. And he had on his slippers too, mind you, the whole time. He didn't even put on his house shoes. Yoked his ass up, bro. Dude face busted. He crying. Oh, I'm like, damn, they pull him out. No one wants to tell Twin, and Twin's like, he comes up to me like, yeah, man. I'm like, damn, bro, you yoked dude up. He like, yeah, I was a professional boxer for 15 years. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm so glad you gave me a pass, bro. Because you know what I'm saying? I was ready, but, man, I don't know match for no professional boxer, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I did 13 months in that place, you know? And Quick kept saying, yeah, I'm going to beat my case. Which he ended up beating his murder case. But he got convicted of the 3 counts of attempted murder. I'm going to tell you that story. I'm gonna wait till another video, but I'm going to tell you that story here in a minute.